Welcome, welcome. This is going to be part one with Natasha Cooper. And I feel like I have to explain a little bit here. Um, and I'll try to do it slowly so some can get it. I don't even know why I have to even do this, but I'm going to try. When I say that I didn't watch or didn't follow, didn't sub to creators, I was not one of those that was a follower, okay? What I did was go back and forth and I would watch, some videos here and there of different creators because, again, I was interested in the human behavior, okay? I would look at some of the chats going on, how people were interacting with each other, how they were talking about other creators. That's what I was interested in. So, I mean, you don't have to be a sub. You don't, when you are trying to focus on the human behavior, you don't have to be a supporter. You don't have to be a hater, okay? You're just an observer. And that's what I was. So, of course, I would have had to watch videos or I would not be able to talk about what I want to talk about, correct? So, I watched videos back then, and I've been watching videos more now. And then I had a months where I just did not watch any creators at all for months until the Gabby Petito case. So, that's what I meant when I said that. Now, like with Mommy Ramblings, when I say I don't know this and I don't know that, I when I did my first video, I think it was about Natasha's panel. Um, they were going back and forth, okay, Mommy Ramblings and Natasha, and I don't know what really started that. I think I know some, but I don't know what really started that feud, okay, because I wasn't watching. I think that was the period of time that I was not watching any creators at all. And, but I have no clue. Well, I think I do. I'll talk about that here in just a second. But I was going and I would watch little pieces of Mommy Rambling's videos and then I'd watch some of Natasha's because they were going back and forth. That's how I was picking up about like Mommy Ramblings, or yeah, she was talking about, or no, no, Natasha was talking about somebody calling churches, and she was putting up a screenshot that she got over on Mommy Ramblings channel. So I would click over to Mommy Ramblings channel, and Mommy Ramblings was showing receipts, I guess, where somebody said that they were from Natasha's group and she was sorry. Natasha sent her over there, and then the information that was put out on Natasha's mod, and Natasha's mod sent that, asked for this link that should have been vetted. So I was going back and forth then, and like I said, I did not watch none of their videos all the way through. I was just going back and forth, you know, because they were feuding, and I was just watching the chats. I was watching, some of the videos, getting some of the information on the, the feuds that was going back and forth. That's what I mean when I say that, okay? That's how I got that information. So, just putting that out there. And like some of the other creators, I would go through and I would watch some of the videos, from afar, never commenting, you know, never doing any of that. I wouldn't be able to talk about what I want to talk about if I didn't watch any videos, correct? So, and again, just because I'm a new channel does not mean someone sent me in to be a hate channel, because I'm not going to be only talking about Natasha. I'm going to be talking about some other creators. And not just that, I'm going to be talking about some of the human behaviors that I've seen, and I'm not going to even mention creators. I'm not going to be mentioning names at all, just the human behaviors of, that I have seen that is very bizarre. And no names will be mentioned at all. So, it's really crazy that someone would think that a creator would send me in, and it's just really stupid, okay? Would send me in to have a hate channel when I'm doing a lot of different, throwing a lot of different things, cooking and doing other crap. I know that's probably boring to people, but, it's really mind boggling to me that people would think that, me being new and not knowing what I'm doing, that a creator that has other people that would know a lot more than I do, more professional, would send me in to go after someone that she might be having an issue with. It makes no sense. But I felt like I had to justify that again, so somebody doesn't try to twist my words, which they're already doing. But again, yes, I've watched videos. I would have had to, or I wouldn't be able to discuss what I want to talk about. But enough with that. If people can't get that, I don't know what to tell you. You don't have to be here. You don't have to listen. Okay? Y'all have your own platforms. You can do what you want. But I'm going to dig in because I'm going to just make this part one because, like I've said before, every day something new is happening. So I'm just going to dig right in, and I'm doing this totally different. I have made video after video, and I have just deleted it because it's just not coming out right. I'm not going by a script. Maybe I will write things down so that I'm not repeating myself, so I can get out what I want to get out. I don't know, because right now I'm just winging it. I'm trying to go off memory, and sometimes that's just not easy to go off memory, especially when it's happened a while back. So, okay, we're just going to get started and just dig right in. So, I know that I've said it before. I started, my journey in this rabbit hole, with the Watts case. It came across my feed, and I joined a group, one of the bigger groups, joined some smaller groups. First group that I ever joined for a true crime ever in my life. And so, anyways, there's that. And then after that, the case died down with the Watts case. And then the Netflix came out, the Netflix documentary. I mean, they had the Lifetime movie, but then Netflix came out. And I had a few gals that, we would chit chat back and forth. And I believe this was around November. And she said, "You have to check this woman out." I guess she knew her back from the Gypsy Rose case. And she had really nothing bad to say about her. She just said, you know, um, she had a past, and she's like, this is all the things that she did in the past. But, me, I'm a fact girl, so, I Googled it and looked it up, and I knew all about Natasha's past, okay? Knew all about it back then. But the thing is, the reason why she wanted me to watch her videos was she's like, she's got the phone up to her face, and you can't hardly see her face, and she's got this, really cute southern accent, and she's got these facial expressions that are, just really funny. But she's trying to cover the Watts case. She's getting a lot of, the stuff messed up. And for us that have followed the case from the beginning, it basically was done and over with. There was a lot of groups out there and a lot of channels that were still on the kick that Nicole Kessinger had something to do with it. And, I have my own thoughts on that. And I might do a video a little later on what my thoughts were, what my thoughts are on the Nicole Kessinger. Okay, but anyways, Basically, the case has been done, okay? But you had your groups that thought, Nicole Kessinger had something to do with it. So you have her trying to come in, after all this time is gone, because of the Netflix coming out, and she's trying to cover the case. So I started watching, and I have to say that she was entertaining. She was entertaining. She's got an accent. She can hold your attention with the accent, and her facial expressions. And she was very new. She had a group that I refused to join because I was not going to join any more Watts groups. No, I was not going to do that. But she had a public page, and she was doing a lot of her live videos on her public page, and she was just getting her YouTube channel going. Nobody really knew who she was, okay? None of these creators knew who she was. These, big creators that are out here now that she's feuding with, they had no idea who she was. And she's trying to get her channel going. She's picking up the Watts case. And she got COVID. I was watching the videos with that. In my opinion, even before, and I've already stated this before, she even put out proof she had COVID. I already thought she had COVID. I thought she had COVID even before she said she had COVID, or before she even went in the hospital. She looked very sick. She had the signs. Anyways, and she was doing many live videos with her recovery. That's why I did my ER video, okay, with Mommy Ramblings. But she was covering the Watts case. Okay. So I started seeing some really shady things going on. Okay, the first thing that she said, and there was a video, and I know she's made a lot of her videos private, but she said, and I think I've already said this before, I'm not sure, she said everybody was going to know her name. Okay? Now, like I said, I know about her past. I know it's already out there. It's out there about her past, okay? Which has to do everything that, with her past, okay, it all has to do with money exchanging her hands and then something going wrong. Now, I know she keeps making statements, well, if I did all this stuff, I would be in prison. Well, one of the cases that she covered, the Gypsy Rose, we all know that her mother scammed and scammed and scammed. That's a fact. And she was never caught and put in prison, right? It happens. Now, I'm not saying that. The only thing that I can say, because I don't know what is fact and what is not fact, because I know these people have came forward and said, this has happened, this has happened, this has happened. I can understand if one or two incidents happen in your past when it comes to money being handed to you and something going wrong with it, and people coming forward and saying, hey, this happened. But when it happens over and over and over and over and over again, then something's wrong. And I'm going to leave it there, okay? How many times can that happen in your life where somebody else's money or donations are put in your hands, and then the person that it's supposed to go to, or a business deal or whatever, those people come forward and say, hey, something shady's going on. How many times does that happen in somebody's life? But it's never your fault. I mean, you got to think about that. But we'll leave that there. So anyways, moving on. Again, remember, she said everybody's going to know my name. And at this time, unless you followed the Gypsy Rose case, nobody knew who she was. I came across her by accident because somebody asked me to watch her videos. And they were she didn't have hardly any subs. And again, if you go back and watch her videos from back when she first started to how she is now, you will see a totally different Natasha. Totally different. Okay? You don't have the cussing like a sailor, Natasha, the putting people down, the screaming, the bullying, Natasha, that you have now. You do not. I mean, you have, all I can say is go back and watch the then Natasha to the Natasha you have now. The Natasha you have now is I am up here on the pedestal and all you people are down under my feet. All right? So she even treats her viewers and her subs like they're under her feet. The way she talks to them, and I don't even understand why these people. Well, yes, I do. People like drama. Drama sells. It does, and people love drama, and they like it. They like it. It's like you get hooked on a soap opera and or your favorite TV show, and you have to watch it every day, or you have to tape it, and you just have to see it on a daily basis. And that's like it is in that group. You have to watch it. It's entertaining, and that's how I feel. That's how I feel that they have to get their fix. But she will yell at her own subs, and she will say, I don't care who you are. If you don't like it, leave. I don't care if you're a sub. Y'all need to shut up in chat. I mean, it's unbelievable how she treats her own people that are actually giving her a paycheck, okay? Those people, her subs, are giving her paycheck, and she treats them like that. But anyways, moving on. This is what I seen. This is the shady stuff that I see. Now, she says she grew her channel organically. I don't believe that, and this is only my opinion. Like I said, only my opinion. So, the first shady thing that I seen happen, and this is, with my eyes watching the video, like I said, I thought she was entertaining. Yes, I seen a lot of things that she was saying about the Watts case that was wrong, and it is what it is. She was a new YouTuber, but she did not have hardly any subs. She, like I said, she was doing a lot of her videos on her page, trying to get her channel going. But we have to go to the Nicole Kessinger aunt fiasco, okay? Now, she says that she had no part of that, and I was watching her live a little bit tonight, and again, she still might be live. I don't know, and this video probably won't get uploaded until tomorrow. I don't even know if I'll upload it then. But as you can see, I watched maybe, 10 minutes of it or 15 minutes, and I stopped. I might watch a little bit later. I don't know. But she brought it up again, and she said before that this Mark, who was an investigator, he cleared her, and I guess he did a video that she had no part of it. Well, I guess the same Mark is the one that was supposedly going to help Chris get an attorney or get out of prison, whatever. I mean, come on, really? But she trying to put the blame on everybody else that, they had something to do with this Nicole aunt and cousin video or YouTube channel, excuse me. I guess they said something about unmasked. Okay, I have never, I was in unmasked group for a short period of time, and I have to say, I've never ever watched any of their YouTube videos. I have never watched any of their YouTube videos. That's one. I mean, I was in their group for a little bit. I don't even know if they have a group anymore. I haven't checked, but I have never watched any of their videos. I might have to check it out. That's one creator I've never went to go watch any of their videos, I can honestly say. But and then she was getting, supposedly she got a phone call or like I said, it's been a little over a year. She gets an email, phone call, whatever. All of a sudden, you get a new channel that pops up that is supposedly Nicole Kessinger's aunt. Okay? And out of all the people that they could contact, of all the YouTubers that they can contact, they're going to contact Natasha, who is a new YouTuber with hardly any subs, okay, who is new to the Christopher Watts case. She doesn't know shit about the case because she's new. But this Nicole Kessinger's aunt is going to contact her. How, for one, I mean, think about this, people. Think about it. How would they even know about her? Number one, because all these creators didn't even know who she was. All right? They didn't know who she was. So, she was new. I guess, you know, she had the Gypsy Rose, and I guess she went offline for a while. I'm not sure why or what was behind that story. But she wasn't like these other creators that have been out there for, you know, since the beginning of the Watts case or even before that. She didn't have a following. So why would somebody pick this new YouTuber, okay, to put their message out? Common sense. Common sense. Again, remember, what did Natasha say? Everybody will know my name. All right? So all of a sudden, you see people flocking over to her channel and over to her page because you have these groups that believed Nicole had something to do with the murders. Okay, you had a couple of the investigating Nicole groups. You had these groups that believed this, and so they were flocking because it was out there. They're like, they were dropping, I seen in the groups, they were dropping the links in there, okay, to Natasha's page, to Natasha's YouTube channel, to this aunt's new YouTube channel. It was insane, okay? And Natasha was acting like this was real. She said her sources and her 60 researchers or whatever, she had no reason to believe it was not real. I mean, some things she said was alleged, but, you know, she was being sent pictures of a baby, and it was supposedly Chris's baby with Nicole, and that, you know, she talked to Nicole's cousin, allegedly, and, you know, they were living here and that Nicole had some drug issues, and just on and on and on. And this went on for a little bit. And she said it seemed real. She wasn't going to show the picture of this baby. And it was like a bombshell. And so people were flocking over to her, all right? Because drama people, drama sells, right? Drama sells. And, you know, we have to remember this. Nicole Kessinger has been able to stay out of the spotlight for 3 years. At that point, 2 years. I'm sorry. For over 2 years. She has had no family and no friends come forward. And this has really killed people and aggravated people that she has not been able to, nobody has been able to, I mean, they've been taking pictures of strangers and posting it in groups. Oh my gosh, doesn't this look like Nicole? You know, because nobody has come forward to say, hey, you know, I'm Nicole's old friend back from middle school. Nobody's came forward at all to say anything about Nicole. Not an ex-boyfriend, not even an ex-friend. And that's driving people crazy. She has been able to stay out of the spotlight, hidden for, at this point in time, 2 years. Well, actually, now even further, 3.5 years. And people can't stand that. So they were flocking to Natasha to get whatever information they can, even though common sense says this was fake, this was false, okay? So, anyways, she's getting subs. Her subs are going up. People are flocking to her page to get this information, even though probably in their brain they know it's a bunch of BS, okay? Nicole went as far as getting her name changed. We knew that. And it was sealed. After the Netflix came out, she went and got her name changed. And so, again, why would they go to this? Let's say it was real. Why would they go to this new YouTuber, okay, that nobody knows about, if it was real? All right. Let's say it would have been real. There was only one person. Well, I can't say only because, I don't know all the creators, but there was one person that was bigger, a lot bigger than Natasha, all right, that totally believed Nicole Kessinger was not involved and even reached out her hand to tell Nicole Kessinger's story and had a bigger platform. And that was Critical K. So if Nicole Kessinger was ever watching, any of these creators, or if her family was and she wanted to get her story out there, Critical K would have been the one she would have contacted. Not Natasha. Okay? So, moving forward, anybody with common sense would have seen this was a bunch of bullshit. Okay? But again, you see her subs going up, okay? People flocking over there because they wanted to see what was going on. They wanted to see if they can get a picture of a baby. Supposedly, Nicole was going to call her, talk to her. Natasha had all these different phone calls from the cousin. She wasn't going to release this or that because she gave him her word. There we go. I gave my word. I'm not going to do this. And when I give my word, I'm not going to go back on it. We heard that a lot. So this went on for a little bit. It can only go on for so long, right? It can only go on for so long when people get fed up and say, okay, where's the proof? Where's the proof? So then, we finally have to end this drama, right? We finally have to end it because it can't go on forever. All of us already knew about that there was a Vimo or whatever it was, money exchanged or whatever, or money for a baby and stroller or whatever it was. We all knew about that way back when, because I believe Nicole Kessinger's sister had a baby. So that information was put out, oh my gosh, long time ago. So we already knew all about that. That was no new information. So then she said she figured out that she's been duped, okay, that this was fake. And she was figuring out it was trying to figure out who it was. Her research team found out it was this person, Lude. She done research here, there. It was, we're going to call her Lude. Now, I remember this person was in many different groups. She was a flip-flopper. Okay, I remember her. So I'm asking myself again. Okay, Lude was around in different groups way before Natasha. Again, why would Lude pick a new YouTuber that nobody knew anything about, pick her out of everybody else to set her up with this fake Nicole Kessinger aunt and cousin YouTube channel? It makes no sense. And if I'm not mistaken, okay, Natasha figured it out, told everybody it was a fake channel. She was set up. this lewd did it. And if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong about this because I can't remember. This part I can't remember. But if I'm not mistaken, her and Lude became friends after the fact. I could be mistaken. If I am mistaken, I do apologize. Because everybody seems to have a falling out and then become friends and then have a falling out again. But I do believe they became friends afterwards. Like I said, don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. But I do believe that they did become friends again and then they weren't. But was that a setup? Was that a setup between the two of them? Okay? Or who was really behind that channel? Because the timing just seems really, really funky. Okay? The timing seems really funky. Because Natasha just came on YouTube. Alright? She just came on. And then, boom, that channel pops up. Trying to use some common sense here. Common sense. That channel pops up and she states, everybody will know my name. And her subs start going up. They start going up and people flock over there because, they gotta get something on Nicole. They have to get something. So anyways, moving on, that was the first big thing going on with Natasha. And her subs start going up. So that's the first shady thing that I started to see, something's up here. Something's not right. And then I heard tonight before I clicked it off, she made a comment. She goes, well, it's real funny that Mommy Ramblings joined my group the same time that I talked with Lude or whatever, and this channel went up. The only thing I can say about that is it is well known, okay, that Mommy Ramblings is friends with the Rucheks. One of the biggest things with the Rucheks, and I mean, everybody knows that's followed the Watts case. Everybody knows that Mommy Ramblings is friends with Frank and Sandy and Frankie. All right? You don't have to be a follower. You don't have to be a sub. It is well known. All right? They have made it clear that they're friends with them. One of the biggest things that family does not like is the conspiracy theories. And especially when it comes to Nicole or that anybody else was involved, because that's why they were going after, or why they're going after AD. Because AD never talked badly about Shanann. He's always stuck up for Shanann. What he is going after is that Nicole and others were involved. And that's what has made them so mad. So, Mommy Ramblings, why would she start a group or start a YouTube channel with a fake Nicole Kessinger aunt and cousin, because that would be conspiracy crap going on, with a baby, all right, with a baby to hurt the Rucheks when they have made it clear that that's one of the major things that are hurting them. And that's one of the main things they wanted to stop. So I don't buy that one bit. You guys can all say, oh, you're just your Mommy Rambling fan. No, you guys can blow that out of your butt, okay? I don't believe for 1 minute that she would have been involved with that because of her friendship, her close friendship with the Rucheks. Because that is the main thing that they were upset about, was the conspiracy theories. So I don't believe that for a minute. Now, with the lewd incident, I just seen her in groups flip-flopping back and forth and stuff like that. So why would she pick Natasha out of everybody else? Somebody that nobody knew. All right? So we're going to move on to that. That was shady. But Natasha was getting subs. She was getting people over in her group. People were flocking over there. And then you hear that she says that she only retaliates. She gets angry and she only retaliates when someone comes after her and she does not go real live. I mean, I have seen her go real live on, I mean, we all have seen it. If you've watched her channel just lately, she has went real live on her so-called friends of, lately that are no longer her friends. All right? She has went real live on them. But I personally have seen two, okay? I didn't see her go real live on Mommy Ramblings, but Natasha has basically said that, or not real live, I'm sorry, go after somebody first without them coming after her. But she has basically admitted to going after Mommy Ramblings first, attacking her looks. For whatever reason, I don't know. Okay? Her hair, whatever. But Natasha said she did. She went after, her hair, her makeup and stuff like that she did go after her first. Now, I know there was something about Mommy Rambling's son. I do know Mommy Rambling's son passed away. And I know that people were saying some nasty things about how he passed away. Were lying about it. Now, this is what I don't know. I was not watching any channels, okay? I know there was a video that supposedly Save Robbie put out there, and that's another one. I heard the name Save Robbie back in the Watts case. I never watched any of his videos. I don't know if I already said that or not. I did watch a couple of his videos after him and Natasha had a falling out. I didn't watch them all the way through, just a little bit, because I was trying to figure out what the heck happened. But I don't know what video that he put out. I have no clue to this day. On Mommy Rambling's son. I have no clue. I don't know what started the feud between Mommy Ramblings and Natasha. I have no idea. I know that there was a video that, and this is what was said, there was a video that Natasha streamed, knowing what it was, of Robbie's or something on Mommy Rambling's son, and she just streamed it anyways. I don't know what that video is, okay? That's all I know about it. And that's the son that passed away. I have no clue what was on that video. I have no idea. Now, I do know what I seen Natasha do. She streamed a video of Mommy Ramblings holding a picture of her son going, crying hysterically, and she kept streaming that video, which to me is very nasty, all right? Very nasty to do that. Because to me, there is no time limit on grief when you lose a child. There isn't. There's no time limit on grief when you lose anybody. And, I know people can say, well, just get over it and don't use it as an excuse. But I don't want to bring children up in it, but I also seen the video where somebody was, and I don't even know who it was, but somebody was mentioning Natasha's nephew, and Natasha got so angry, and she was crying and upset, and this was a nephew she never met. But it still hurt because it was a child and it was her nephew. And if people would have streamed that video of her being upset over and over again because they were talking about a nephew of hers that passed away, she would be extremely pissed but she did it to somebody else. So, I mean, that's not fair. That's not right. But, anyways, back on track. I have no idea what this video was or what even started this argument. Okay, I have no clue. Now I lost my train of thought. Okay, so she was making, I guess, making fun of Mommy Rambling's hair or something. Well, if you don't like someone making fun of your appearance, why would you do it to someone else? That's what I'm saying. But I know for a fact of two people that I seen her go after, okay? And that was Lana and Kim Kaufman. I seen that with my own eyes. Now, Lana and Kim both started a channel, and they were doing their own thing. They were working on their channel with their views and stuff on the Watts case. Now, I don't share their views on the case, okay, at all. Not my views, but I did watch a little bit of each of their channel because I was interested on what their views were. I didn't share their views, so I quit watching because it wasn't my views. I wasn't interested anymore, so I quit watching. But they were so focused on what they were doing, they really didn't care what anybody else thought. You know, they did not know who Natasha was. They had no clue. I don't think they cared. They didn't care what anybody thought of what they were doing. They had a goal set, and they really didn't give a shit what anybody thought. You could tell that. Because they got a lot of backlash. Both of them got a lot of backlash all over the place. With every creator, just everywhere. And again, they had no clue who Natasha was. So Natasha was doing video after video after video on both Lana and Kim. But she wasn't just going after their views. I mean, she called both of them every name under the sun. It's one thing to critique their views, okay, on the case. She was going after their looks, all right, and calling them every name under the sun. She also went real live on Kim because she said Kim had a filter, all right, so she had to dig and dig and dig and find out what she really looked like. She found a picture of Kim and had to show everybody what Kim really looked like and who she really was. And then she had to dig further and find a picture of Kim's wife. Now, that's going real live. She went after a family member. What does Kim's wife have to do with the case or with her YouTube channel? So she was getting more subs and more subs because she didn't like Lana, she did not like Kim, and she found information out on Kim and Kim's wife, so people were flocking again more over to Natasha. She was getting more subs because she was doing video after video. She was streaming them, you know, streaming their stuff, their work. She's very good about streaming other people's content, all right? To me, that's not building your channel organically. She was streaming their work, and she did go real live on them, and she attacked them first. Again, they had no clue who she was. And what is really crazy here is Kim does not have a channel anymore, and her and Natasha are friends. Now, that's another thing I don't get. You know, I can understand, you know, let's not have a war anymore, and let's not talk about each other, and let's not put each other down. You know, let's quit and have peace. But I'll be damned if somebody degrades me as much as Natasha did to her and went real live and put her picture out there and put a picture of her wife out there for the world to see when her wife had nothing to do with the YouTube channel. Why the hell would you be friends with someone like that? How could you even trust somebody like that? But she did. Okay? She did. And I don't get that. I don't understand that. That's not. How could you ever trust someone to be your friend like that when they've already done that to you once? That's what I'm talking about with the human behavior, okay? So I might be leaving some of this stuff out. So when I do part two, I'll be thinking some more. Again, I am just freestyling this. So, but you have, she got COVID, and that was in December, and I think the Lana and the Kim was afterwards. But anyway, she got COVID, and again, in my opinion, I believed it from the get go. I believe she had COVID. But, that's when the first fundraiser, her mods, I guess she told her mods, I don't know. She said that her and her daughter were the only ones that knew how to cook food in the home. So they started a fundraiser. It raised like $400 for food, because they were the only ones that cooked. And but then, she was saying that she had family members that were bringing over food to her. I think it was her mother and aunt or something like that, and she said they were bringing over food and pork chops and mashed potatoes and like homemade soups and stuff like that. And then she was talking about how she was ordering um, winter clothing and a bunch of boots or something like that. And some people, they were thinking, and I know that they made comments at other areas, and they're like, she needed this money for food, but yet she's got family that's already bringing her food, and yet she's ordering, a bunch of winter clothes and stuff. Well, why did she need money for food when she had family members? There was people that had COVID and they didn't have the family support to bring them over food that was already cooked. They had to get up and make it themselves. So that was the first fundraiser since she started her YouTube channel that went on. But, it is what it is. People donated, no big deal, but, that was the first fundraiser. Then the next shady thing, and like I said, I'm going to have to think back because I believe there was another big thing, but I'll have to, that might be on part two if I remember that one. But then she was talking about the Watts. All right, big bombshell. One of her mods lived right around the corner from the Watts house. Roads were closed or something due to, I think there was a storm, rain, or something. Well, the storyline before that, some other people were speculating that Jamie gave Chris the oxy to give to Shanann. Okay? And you know, anyways, she put out there, I believe she did some videos on that too. I don't know how many she's put private. I'm not even going to go check. But I checked on one video, and I'm gonna talk about that here in a minute. But she was talking about that because and I'm gonna talk about one of the authors as well, that really put that out there. That supposedly Jamie was going to be arrested. You know, or she was insinuating that it was probably Jamie. Big old thing, and you know. Jamie put out there, I think before, that, hey, I think she said it before she completely went off of social media, that, hey, if you think anything, take it to the police. If you think I had anything to do with it, take it to the police and let them contact me. Well, here we are, what, 3.5 years later? All these people kept saying, there's going to be an arrest soon. And I, including Natasha, there's going to be an arrest. There's going to be another, there was other people involved, blah, blah, blah. I think there was another video, she was making a video speculate, that Shanann, she did not die on that Monday. It was like Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever. You know, they got proof or whatever. I guess some people have more experience than the medical examiner. Excuse me. They just know this, okay? But, anyways, one of her mods, I guess, lived around or was around the corner from the Watts house, and the FBI was there. So they were at the Watts house. The FBI was there. Big bombshell, people. Big bombshell. Everybody was flocking over there. Her subs were going up. It's a fact. Well, first off, there was no pictures. There was no receipts of it. Now, common sense would tell you that what do people do? If this was actually true, okay? If a mod lived around the corner and the FBI was there, what's the first thing people are going to do? They're going to get that phone out and they're going to take pictures of the FBI at the Watts house. Just like all the pictures that you see, like on the laundry case, with the FBI being at the laundry house, you see all the pictures and stuff. This mod would have taken a picture and she would have sent it to Natasha. Wouldn't she have? Yeah. And then Natasha could have put that up there and said, hey, see? This is my proof. FBI are there. We know that never happened. Okay? She was putting that out as a fact. All right? People were questioning it. They were questioning the roads being closed because that was like a big thing too. And I know she backpedaled on that. She's like, well, I never said the roads were closed because of the FBI. I know it was water or whatever, but, whatever. I think that was backpedaling. But, it was this big old thing that the Watts house had the FBI out there. We knew, some of us, I'm not going to say how we knew, okay, but some of us knew that it was a lie from the get-go. All right, that the FBI was not at the Watts house ever. At that time frame, they were not there. There was no reason for them to be there. The case was already closed, but what their narrative is they were there because someone in that family was going to be arrested for giving Chris oxy to give to Shanann. Okay, that's the narrative that they were trying to put out there. That somebody was going to be arrested. So a lot of she was getting more subs and more subs. All right, her channel was growing. Do you see where I'm getting at? Fake drama, fake things happening, people flocking over there, and these are a lot of new people came out after the Netflix. A lot of people came out because they didn't hear about the Watts case until the Netflix documentary came out. Then you had a lot of new people come out. And a lot of new people joined groups, all right? And it stirred a lot of stuff up, and that's where, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, I believe her channel grew off of fake drama. And from what she said, she had like 10,000 subs before the Gabby Petito case. Now, after the crap with Lana and Jay going to Denver with Ronnie, and then that was a no-go after that. That's when I quit watching All Creators until the Gabby Petito case. So I don't know what went on in all that time, okay? And I was really shocked when Natasha's group, like I said, when her YouTube channel got as large as it did. So then when I came across Gabby Petito case and I seen that her channel grew as large as it did, then when I started watching some of her videos again, I guess she started going on panels, on everybody's panels, okay? And now, like she said, everybody's gonna know my name. Now everybody does know her name. All these big YouTube channels know her name, and all these other ones that I've never even heard of. Everybody knows Natasha's name, just like everybody knew Critical K's name. All right? So, in my opinion, that's how her channel grew. And I don't know what else she did because, like I said, I didn't watch. I don't know what else went on, but I know she was going from panel to panel from what she said. I never seen her on any panel because I didn't watch, except when Mommy Ramblings. I watched a clip where she had Natasha on her panel, and she was talking about the spirit boxes. Yeah, she was doing that too. She was doing, I remember she was doing spirit boxes. I don't know if it was a phone app or one of them cheap spirit boxes. And that's before she got a following. And the facial expressions when she was talking into this thing um, was something else. But when she got on there, Mommy Ramblings, because I guess the Rucheks said that they did not want her doing, they asked her not to do spirit boxes on their daughter. They didn't want her doing that. But, I mean, then again, it is Natasha's channel. To be fair, if she wants to do, I mean, a lot of people were doing readings and stuff like that. So, I mean, if she wants to do spirit boxes, again, it is her channel. And I'm not trying to be insensitive about that. But you have a lot of people out there that are doing readings and stuff, um, trying to get a hold of Shanann or trying to get a hold of this person or that person. So, it is what it is. But Mommy Ramblings did ask her, and like I said, this was just a clip, so I know that Natasha was on Mommy Ramblings' panel. Um, she asked her, "Have you ever, tried to contact Shanann?" Because Natasha said that, yes, I haven't done spirit boxes in months, and she goes, I do it because it's part of the case. And she's like, have you ever tried to personally contact Shanann or something like that? And Natasha says, no, I don't do that. I don't believe in that. Okay, to try to contact the person personally. All right. But I did go back and look because I remember, no, that's a lie. So I went back and I did look. I did go look at the up a video. And back in November, I believe it was November 5th or 6th, Natasha specifically said, I'm trying to get a hold of, when she was on the spirit box, I'm trying to get a hold of Shanann Watts. So that is asking for a person. Okay, so she did ask. And then, like a minute later, she's acting like she's talking to Shanann because she asked, who messed up your office? So, I mean, it is what it is. So I'm gonna kind of end it there because I know there was something else and I just cannot remember. But again, on fake drama, and then I see some other things that are happening now. Oh, yeah, there is. Okay, now I remember. I do want to cover this too, because now I remember. Um, Mandy, and I'm just going to say Mandy. This was back when she was kind of new too. There was a Mandy this was the first hate channel that I seen towards Natasha. Okay. And I'm like, okay, this is a new YouTuber. Why would somebody make a channel against her? Because Natasha would talk about this person on her channel. You know, this person attacking her and going after her. I'm like thinking to myself, why would somebody make a hate? Why is somebody focusing on a new YouTuber? You know, because I know people were making, going after Critical K. They were attacking her big time, and they were going after AD and some of the bigger channels. But why would someone go after this new person? Well, this Mandy, apparently, from what Natasha said, was in one of her Gypsy Rose groups, or was in her groups, and Natasha kicked her out. And supposedly Mandy was making awareness videos because she was mad about getting kicked out of all the groups. So she made all these videos about Natasha scamming this person, about the documentaries, about, I mean, everything. She had video after video after video, all on Natasha and everything that Natasha did. Okay, she had very few subs. I'm talking maybe under, oh goodness, maybe under 50, if not even fewer than that. Okay, there wasn't that many. There wasn't that many. And she was just making video after video on Natasha. And Natasha kept talking about her and kept talking about her and just kept telling everybody, she's just doing it because I kicked her out of these groups. Well, this goes on for a while. And then all of a sudden, they're friends. And I'm like, huh? I mean, this person literally is making video after video. She knows everything of Natasha's past. She devotes her channel basically just on her, okay? And if I'm not mistaken, now, like I said, I went months and did not watch. And I think before, if I'm trying to remember, I think when I stopped watching, if I'm not mistaken, Mandy was giving her super chats. So how can you go from making videos, okay, for awareness, because you have followed this person, all right? You have followed them, and you are pointing out all these things that they did in the past, okay? All the horrible things that they've done in the past, and then all of a sudden you guys are great friends and even given super chats. Now I don't know if they're friends now, but let me remind you, she had like less than 50 subs, right? Less than 50 subs. So when I come back after the Gabby Petito, when that came across my feed, and I started watching again some channels, I remembered that Mandy. Now I don't know if her and Natasha are friends anymore. I've heard the name Mandy come up again, but I don't know if it's the same Mandy. Okay. I just happened to pop over in her channel, and she's got like over 7,000 subs now. Okay, and not that many videos. Now, I think maybe her channel, she said something, or she had a community post or something, that her channel was taken down for a little bit or something like that. I don't know if she made videos private, but how can you go from 50,000 or 50 some subs all the way up to like 7,000 without having hardly any videos. And she still had the Natasha videos up not too long ago. And I mean, when I say not too long ago, I mean maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago. All those videos about Natasha were still up. About a week ago, they were taken down or put to private. I don't know if they're back up or not. I haven't checked. So, was that again a setup fake drama to have content to get views? And, you know, you have my back, I have your back. You help me out, you get some subs too. Because now she has like over 7,000 and hardly any videos. And that's what it in a year's time, less than a year's time, she's got 7,000 subs from 50. Now, this is stuff that I've seen personally, okay? And again, I'm not a hater. This is what I observed. What I have observed. And it's just my opinion. I have no facts on this. None. I'm not saying it's a fact. But her channel grew, and I know she says everybody, their channel, they're not going to grow. They're pitiful. They have no content. And we're going to talk about that in part 2. Okay? We're going to talk about the bullying, the harassment, the funds, and everybody else not having content. I mean, her channel grew, and I know it grew with the Gabby Petito. But, you know, I've seen some creators that, you know, I know she's really happy that Kay went down. I see a lot of things that she does that Kay did. You know, the crown, or I'm sorry, not the crown, the tiara, the people calling her a queen. They, you know, Kay, they did the same thing. They did the same thing with Kay. They called her the queen. She had the tiara. She did the cussing, the screaming at people. When she told people to come up on her panel if they had a beef with her, she, boom, scream at them, you're gone. You know, they tried to explain why they would have a beef with her. If she didn't like what they were saying, boom, you're gone. If they tried to explain their view on something, boom, you're gone. But, you know, a lot of times she would talk about a case discussion, though, because it wasn't, you know, drama channel. She was talking about cases. And if you didn't share the same view, or you tried to say, well, this is why I believe this or that on the case, boom, you're gone. She wouldn't listen to him. She'd talk over him, boom, you're gone. And cuss him out. But the thing is she got taken down. And, you know, she, she said the same thing. I'm not going anywhere. She got taken down. And she tried to get back up with another channel too. And she got taken down. In my understanding, you know, I'm new. I don't know how this works, but my understanding, I might be completely wrong, but my understanding is they went by the social security number and her name. And when she tried to come back up with a different channel and YouTube connected the name and or social security number and seen that who it was, they took her down because I think she switched her name around a little bit and they still knew that it was her. Her ass went bye-bye. So, just saying, you know, her channel was pretty big too. She had quite a few subs, quite a few watching every time she came on. It wasn't nightly, but, you know, just saying, it doesn't matter how big your channel is, you can still be taken down. But I'm going to end it on that, and I'm going to do part 2. And I only want to do too, hopefully. And all this is just my opinion, okay? It's not fact. I have no receipts. This is just what I have seen. All right. Again, disclaimer, I'm not a hater. And we're also going to talk about some of the good qualities that Natasha has. All right. We are going to talk about her good qualities because she does have some good qualities. But the thing is, I was watching some of her live tonight, and a lot of the things that she is saying about other people, she needs to look in the mirror because she's saying it about other people, but she is doing the exact same thing. And I don't think she sees it. I really don't. What she is saying about other people is exactly what she is doing. But again, she can't stop doing that because that's what's bringing in her money. Okay? If she was just a regular channel that wasn't doing what she's doing, people would lose interest because they're enjoying what she's doing. As sad as that may sound, that's what's bringing in the viewers. It's entertaining. That's how us humans are made. It's entertaining. It's entertainment to listen to the drama. And drama sells. On that note, I'm going to go and we will get to part 2. And everyone stay safe and have a good night. And we'll catch you again.